Y ahora es el turno del señor Thomas Johansen. Thomas Johansen es representante de la Universidad Thompson Rivers University, ubicado en British Columbia, en la ciudad de Kamloops, en Canadá. Thomas, welcome.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining this webinar, and thank you to Marlon and Jose for organizing it. It's been a great opportunity to get to talk to people in these trying times. So as Jose mentioned, my name is Thomas Johansen, and I represent Thompson Rivers University in British Columbia, Canada. So what I want to point out here is our campus community, and I really do feel like that is one of our main selling features. An amazing community right in the center of the city named Kamloops. We have amazing sports facilities. We have cafe, shopping right around, and we have 3 accommodation options for our students so that you can stay right on campus. You're never going to be much more than 5 minutes from your classroom. Never going to be more than a couple minutes away from a cafe, transport, and so on. We have about 150 clubs available on campus, so it's a place it's easy to kind of fit in and become part of the bigger community. Currently, there's 14,000 students here. About 3,500 of those would be international students. Out of that, about 200 or so would be Spanish-speaking students from Panama and elsewhere. We offer 140 programs currently across 9 faculties and schools. So where we see most of our Latin American students at this moment would be our Bachelor of Arts. They're doing the bachelor degree in arts, majoring in psychology, history, political science, international relations, and so on. Business is always a popular school for sure. There you could be doing your supply chain management, you could be doing your accounting, you could be doing your finance, and so on. I'll talk about computer science a little more in detail in a second. We do also offer education and social work, so whether that's being a primary teacher, a secondary, or so on. Engineering, I'll talk a little bit more about that in a second as well. Health science and nursing, very competitive programs, but if you are looking for a career in the medical sciences, there are some very strong programs here. The sciences in general, tourism for sure, and trades and technology. So all of these are available to you. We're definitely looking for you to finish up your high school and then go for a TOEFL or an IELTS test. What I really want to point out, if we could get the next slide here, is our Faculty of Science. Here we have a very strong, broad Bachelor of Computer Science. You're going to get both the hardware and the software side and get to look at a little bit of everything when it comes to computers. If you want to be a little bit more specific, we have a strong Bachelor of Software Engineering. It's a 5-year program, and it's 5 years because the entire 4th year would be a work placement. So that goes for a lot of our programs. Of all of our programs, you have the opportunity. Either it's mandatory or it's optional to go out and do what's called co-op, which is paid internships. But regardless of which list of high value careers you're looking at, you're always going to find software engineering up there. And it's amazing, I think, to be on the North American West Coast. There's just a lot of opportunities when it comes to software engineering. Obviously, they'll be looking for you to have done well in your hard sciences in high school, but there's some amazing opportunities here. A Bachelor of Science, you have your environmental sciences, where we're very strong as well. You have your biology, you have your chemistry, and so on. If you're looking at any other kind of engineering, you'll be using what's called an engineering transfer program. So that's where you start out with us, and then you move on to University of British Columbia, 4th year's best school in the world, 2nd best in Canada, or you'll be going to University of Victoria. Here you could be pursuing your mechanical, you could be pursuing your industrial, your aeronautical, engineering, and so on. So lots of different opportunities. You come to us, you start with some smaller class sizes, you start with some lower tuition cost, and we do have some scholarships available for international students. One thing, as I mentioned, that goes for all of our programs, and if we could do the next slide here, is that they would offer what's called cooperative education or co-op education. So that allows every bachelor degree, every bachelor student to go out and get up to 16 months of relevant work experience. So if you're doing a Bachelor of Business Administration, major in accounting, for example, you'll be out with an accounting firm. finance, you'll be with a financial institution, and so on. So here we see our students doing the best out of all universities in British Columbia, and a lot of that has to do with a lot of them doing co-op in their program. So you're getting out, you're finishing your degree, but you also come out with substantial work experience once you're done your program. And it also allows you to make some relatively good money when you're in your program, especially if you're in the sciences. You can see your computer science average salaries right there. So strongly encourage all students to take advantage of this. It will help you when you're studying, and it will definitely help you once you finish up with your degree. So I think that's about it for me. I look forward to taking questions from all of you. We'll be hanging around here for a little bit, and I'll pass it on to my colleagues.
Oh, thank you very much, Thomas, for your information. Very, very interesting y muy interesante la información que da el señor Thomas.